Hello everyone, welcome to the Eagle Miner YouTube channel. So today I'm just going to be talking about the outlook of graphics card mining the next year or so, whether you should be buying GPUs for mining now, and just a little bit about that. So obviously the big event happening this year in GPU mining is the fact that Ethereum, which is the most profitable, largest GPU mineable network, is changing its consensus mechanism from proof of work to proof of stake, meaning that it is no longer going to be mineable. The event that's going to cause this is going to be called the merge. As we have heard from Vitalik Buterin, who's the founder of Ethereum, it's probably going to be happening this summer. Now, given the fact that they've been delaying this thing for half a decade at this point, what is this weird stuff on top of my screen? Anyway, they've been delaying it for half a decade, and they're probably going to be releasing it late August, right? Even September or October is realistic. We only have really 3 or 4, maybe 5 months of mining left on Ethereum. And to keep in mind another thing, we're kind of in a bear market right now, because when you look at the all-time highs that Ethereum had, we were at 5,000 almost. Now we're at like 2,000, and Bitcoin, very similar chart. Sorry, we were at almost 70,000, and now we are at 30,000. So, wow, it almost went down to 25,000 even. So just keeping that in mind, and the fact that cryptocurrency generally tends to get a huge bull run when the Bitcoin halving happens, right? Which happened 2020, and as you saw, right, 2020 it happened, and at first it was kind of quiet. You had this weird sell-off, and then it just bull runned into 2021, and the next Bitcoin halving is obviously going to be 2024, and that's when, based on previous market cycles, we expect there to be a massive bull run. The thing to also consider with Ethereum moving to proof of stake is that GPU mining could be completely unprofitable, because look at this right now. For several years at this point, Ethereum has been consistently the most profitable network, and I think the number that I saw was that about 85% of GPUs crypto mining right now are all on Ethereum. Okay, and when you add more GPUs to a network, basically you have more people trying to get a slice of the same pie. So when more people are mining on a network, the profitability for each individual miner is going to go down. So once all these GPUs go off of Ethereum, when it turns proof of stake, they're going to flood all these other networks, and if we don't see significant price increases in coins like Firo, I don't even know what these are, but Ravencoin, Conflux, Flux, Ethereum Classic, Sergo, Ergo. If we don't see significant price increases, everything is going to be probably unprofitable. And that'll depend somewhat on your electricity. Mine is pretty high, right? But, I mean, commercial miners are not going to care. They're paying like 2 cents a kilowatt hour. So, just, it's not looking great right now, to say the least. However, based on what we see in previous cycles, it's always a good strategy to basically, well, let's back up for a second, right? GPU prices tend to really increase and go up when you have these bull runs, right? We saw throughout 2021, and this was somewhat caused by the chip shortage, but when we were hitting like in May, right? Sorry, May. Where's May? There's May, right? Of last year, prices were insane with GPUs. You saw like 300% above MSRP, even up till maybe like I would say early this year, prices were still really high. And part of that is because the demand goes up when GPU mining is very profitable. The good time to buy GPUs is when you're in a bear market, okay? And so I've put a little calculator together where you can determine what a good deal is on a GPU. So we're using Ethereum still, Ethash, as our kind of standard, because it's still the most profitable, even though it's not going to be mineable within like half a year. I generally consider it, at least for now, a good what would you call it, a good proxy for general mining performance on different networks. So I have NVIDIA GPUs, AMD GPUs, link in the description will be there. And essentially what you do is you put the price of whatever you're trying to buy. So let's say you're buying a 3090 for $1,500, and it'll give you how many dollars you're paying per mega hash on Ethash, and then tell you the efficiency kilohashes per watt. So obviously the lower this number is, the better, and the higher this number is, the better, right? So let's look at a few examples. And again, the strategy is, if you want to buy GPUs ahead of this upcoming, Ethereum merge, and ahead of the kind of bear market that we're kind of in, what you would do is you would go on, let's say Micro Center. Let's say things are cheap on there, right? And keep in mind, things are, if Ethereum merges and everything else becomes completely unprofitable, you're going to see the secondhand markets just stacked with really dirt cheap GPUs, which is what you saw in the previous bear markets, basically. So let's say you're looking at for 3080s and you find a 3080 for $919, and you go, okay, 3080, $919. How is that looking? $9 a mega hash, right? Decent efficiency. Not a horrible deal, right? I would say for these newer cards, 30 series, you'd probably want to look for below $10 a mega hash for the moment. Maybe even get a little bit better on them. So if we go back, maybe just look at graphics card generally. 3070 Ti right here for $700, a lot in stock as well. So let's say $700 for 3070 Ti. It's looking like, looking like what is it? That's not right. Yeah, I forgot to add a zero. $8.6 a mega hash. That's pretty good, right? And efficiency is not obviously great when it comes to some other cards, but it's pretty decent. You can look at other stuff like 3060s, right? This is going to be a light hash rate card. $430. $430 for a 3060. Okay. Again, very simple. Look, that's almost the same exact number right there as you're watching. So there are some good options out there, but I would say if you really want to buy a lot of GPUs, maybe wait for the Ethereum merge, and once that happens and all these other GPUs are flooding like Ravencoin and Flux and stuff, it's going to get so unprofitable, people are just going to be selling their GPUs. So let's take a look other places. The EVJ website actually has a few good deals. The 1660 Supers are really good. They're pretty efficient. Small cards, right? So you can see here they're selling them for 234, 230. So let's just put 230 for a 1660 Super, right? $230. You're looking at $7 a mega hash on a card that's kind of old, but I mean decently efficient. That's really good, right? That's awesome. That's a very good deal to take, especially on a new card. Now you can go on OfferUp or something and say, okay, look, 3080, they're selling a 3080 for $700. How much is that, right? 3080 for $700. That's actually amazing. Probably a light hash rate, so maybe still really good. They're pretty much the same card. One thing to keep in mind is with OfferUp, when you're looking for GPUs to buy, is that there are obviously scams, and the one way that I try to identify the scams is this. Number one, if there's a scam, it's probably going to be too good to be true. For example, who's selling a 3080 Ti for $600? No one, right? Now, sometimes you will find actual really good deals who are not scams, but the way you tell if they're a scam or not, at least the rule of thumb I use, is this. Look when they posted it 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago we're still in May of 2022. It says they've joined OfferUp and a member since May 2022. That means they're probably a scam. They've just joined the platform and they're trying to just rip you off, right? You can even look at I couldn't find, I mean, this is another one, right? May 2022. Every time they're scammed, they're probably going to be joined since the time that they, probably recently. Or if they, let's say they put up something on here like some stupid, so they're selling a 3090 for $200. Like, that's pretty stupid, right? But let's say you saw something like that, and let's say it was, they joined September of 2021, and you're like, oh, that's got to be real, right? Because it's September 2021. Sometimes the posted will be like 8 months ago, and so if that matches up with the date that they joined OfferUp, then it's probably also a scam. So it's just something to keep in mind there. Another thing about GPU mining for the moment, obviously, the actual revenue you're getting has decreased significantly on pretty much across all networks, but especially Ethereum. And let's just take, ROIs are not great right now. So let's say you were to find a GTX 1660 Super for $200, right? That's not too below MSRP, but that's like a really good deal, right? $200 for a 1660 Super for the moment. You'd be looking at an ROI, if you had 10 cents a kilowatt hour, which a lot of people have higher than that, you'd be looking at an ROI of about 1 year, given everything stays the same. So ROIs aren't great. Prices are like decent. Profitability is quite low right now, and there's a good possibility it'll go even lower. So here's what I would do if I was a person looking to buy GPUs. Okay, I would wait until the merge happens. Not financial, that is advice, obviously. I'm just throwing theoreticals at you guys. I would wait till the merge, right? Everything becomes potentially unprofitable, where electricity is higher than your revenue, and then I'd go on maybe the secondhand market, maybe even wait a few days and go on Micro Center, buy some things really cheap based on this calculator right here. Right, you might theoretically, I don't know how low things are going to get, but you might be able to find 3080s for like $5 a megahash. That's crazy, right? Obviously. And then once you buy those GPUs, maybe wait till they're actually profitable to run, and then start mining. And as you're mining, don't sell the coins, just keep them. And then the next bull run happens, probably sometime around 2024. And at that point, you just sell, and then you ROI on them, and then it just gives you really good income after that. So GPUs are probably going to be discounted soon because of that, and that's pretty much all I have.